How the hell are you? Welcome back to the channel and to the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. This is part 11. I haven't turned the TV volume down. Give me a second. Oh, I have. That is the sound of my ear. Yeah, no, stupid. Wow. Genuinely, wow. Okay. Yeah, so we are on episode 2, Reunion and Turnabout. This is the... I think we're at the end of this. Because... yeah, we're on like the last final bit of the trial, I'm pretty sure. So this, yeah, episode 2. First episode was just basically tutorial. So yeah, we'll at least finish this one. Depending on how quick we get done, we might move on to episode 3. We shall see. But yeah, so we are outside the courtroom. I believe we're about to... Are we coming back from a recess? Or is this a new day? I don't quite remember. But anyway, we are here with Maya. Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me? Yeah, why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time all by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. Her father, the murderer, and, like, evidence forger. And then you look at me and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Good morning! Something like that, I keep forgetting. It's like that is what my pearl voice is in that range. The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother is coming today to show her support. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, no, that's Phoenix. Hey, Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today, too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough! You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright. I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you two to your alone time. Whew. Thank goodness. Nick? This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. Oh, this way, Pearls won't... Oh, okay. What do you mean? What's going on? Yeah, so I think I've called this. I think it is Pearls' mum, the aunt, to get rid of Maya so that either herself or Pearls can be the new master of the Korean village psychic school. I think she set this all up. And him basically getting rid of Pearls sort of leads me to believe that is the case. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. What did I do for you? It's just like a sort of really sharp, like, almost Skeletor. Let's start already! Something like that. Yeah, this will help me get it, because it always helps with this bit. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool, wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. From when you were 13? Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. Uh-huh. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Oh? Etc. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? There we go. Yes, and this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Hold on, this is a bit loud in my ear. I think that's why I thought the TV volume was up. That's all the way off. Not that I need it, because it's just music. There we go. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? But, Miss Von Karma! Then, how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then, what is the meaning of this? All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Just as I suspected. Aunt Morgan. For Mia, she seems really torn by this. I still think that looks like it's a candle, rather than like a cup of coffee or whatever it's meant to be. Witness, name and occupation. Never settled on a Morgan voice, really. My name is Morgan Fey. I am a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a manner of speaking? Ah! I don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Spirit severing technique. A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is... Yes, that is... Oof! You! Be quiet! Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. What? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Rabble. Order! 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 Miss Fey, please testify to this court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. Upped the ante? Because it's your aunt. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Interesting. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right! She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Maya's escape. So, first point. Just now you said those two were the two people. Who were the two people you were referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Laura's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful. I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Fay? I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point. At the time, I, myself, was a little confused. On top of which, there was another... Another what, madam? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. Question further. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Of course. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Fay. It's bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Fay, please continue. Alright, we haven't really got anything yet. Bop. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. Ooh, interesting. But why would you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this, however. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? Question further. So, you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes, it was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did... Oh! This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later. Yes, very well. Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. So, thrust. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit to such a thing, however, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Ah! Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have. However, the next bit. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. You fainted? I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps. And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. And there's her last point. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? Question further. So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went? I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this, but the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness' testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. Hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes, that is exactly the... Be quiet, you! Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone. Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Eenie Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Eenie Miney? I think you can see where this is headed. Yes, the Eenie Miney dance. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Eenie Miney. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university. What is this parapsychology? Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff. Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Miney. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Well, like, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine, for my sake. After the murder by Eenie Miney. Let's watch your dance for a bit. Yeah. Like, when the channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible. Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at the time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes, Mimi Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... Witness! Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course! Miss Miney, please. My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. The doctor, presumably. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Eenie? Intriguing. She took her revenge. Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. There. Are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. Is it a bit hard to swallow? It is a bit hard to swallow, even. However, All the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Oh, Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Hands on the desk. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. And still she dances. Was that because of your sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I, think there were sesame seeds, in the lunch they served that day. I had this, premonition that it was going to totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? And someone came into the room. All of a sudden. Do you know the time? Maybe a little before 11 a.m? Something like that, I think. 11 a.m? Yeah, my stomach is totally ready for, food. She's telling us the time now. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant what time was it when someone came into your room. Oh, so, that's what you meant. You should have been more, clear about it. Sorry. My bad. No, it's okay. It's really... That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Witness! About this person who entered the side room. So we never found out what time it was. Are you absolutely sure? I guess... You guess. Was it or was it not your sister who entered? I don't know. I mean, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, the defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Mimi Miney? It's fun to say. I haven't seen her so long, happy in a sad way. Probably not getting much out of this, but... You were happy in a sad way. Yeah, it was my sister. Wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one again? Alive again, even? But, maybe if I was, someone who didn't know about, the occult. But I, know all about the Korean channeling technique. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, what she said. What she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? Question further! Always press on. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. There wasn't any reason for me to, think anything was strange. But... Ow! Don't keep badgering her! You know the phrase, objection? Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important? Very important! Hands on the desk important. It is very important. Although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. Interesting. So I wasn't like scared at all. Oh, this is new, so I wasn't like scared at all, and like her costume looked like totally like normal. Interesting. So there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, nothing was like weird. Mia's talking to herself like she's found something wrong. That's impossible. Like, is everything okay? Can I, like, go on? And then we're back to where we'd already read. Something terrible. What was the thing she told you? Huh? Like, didn't I just, like, tell you about it? Did you, like, forget already? A foolish fool with a foolish sieve for a brain only speaks foolishly with foolish words. Well, excuse me, princess. What's that from? Oh, it's one of the fucking, like, CD Legend of Zeldas, isn't it? Anyway, should I ask? I can't do it quite right, but yeah. The excuse me, princess. Anyway, should I ask to hear the story again? Ask to hear it again. I'm sorry, but could I hear the story one more time? Like, sure, no problem. I'll even, like, tell it all spooky-like for you. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. I went Shatner for this. It's fine. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair. Isn't it? Eenie? Okay. Have we learned anything new here? Like, how was that? It was a little scary. Like, I'm sorry, maybe I, like, put too much spookiness into it? I know there has to be something here I can use. But where? She really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's take it slowly, one step at a time. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up. But don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected. Alright. So, well, there's no point pressing again because we've pressed on everything. Alright, hold on. There's something in that costume bit. Alright, hold on. I think I've got it. Forward. Yep. Costume looked like totally normal. But at the time of the murder, her costume would have been covered in blood. That was a very well spun lie, Miss Eenie. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Miney, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and? But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. It's like they've intentionally stopped saying, take a look at this photograph. Because they haven't said it once in this one, whereas in the first game they did. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. The blood spray. Hands on the desk. Miss Miney! Why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. I should put her hat back on quickly there. Order! Order! Miss Miney, what is the meaning of this? She's eating her hat. Miss Miney? I'm thinking! Don't interrupt me! And what are you stammering about, Your Honor? That witness. Her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. Yeah, it happens like basically every trial. First of all, calm yourself, witness. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's gonna be. Okay, after the murder part 2. The side room was, kind of dark, you know. So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Fascinating. Yes. Now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Very well. You may question the witness. And question I shall. Alright. So, side room is kind of dark. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. That's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Miney's? You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Okay. Can't breathe. Let me out of here. Interesting. So, the costume was purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. You didn't see the blood. Yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well. That's, Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either? I, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, her face. Continue. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And what was your sister, Miss Mimi Miney, like at the time? Well, she was, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. That tracks. But I think, she knew. She, said she did something really bad. And, she said she wanted to go with me to, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? Yeah. Huh. And then the last bit. Sister to the channeling chamber. Was your sister calm by that time? I guess so. I guess maybe, taking a revenge on Dr. Gray, made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready. And, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber. You know? May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney? Sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh? When do you mean? When? When you arrived at the crime scene? Hold on. Especially because I'm, already on, half my lawyer health. Arrived at the crime scene. I'm talking about when you arrived at the channeling chamber, of course. No, nothing strange. What should I do? Press harder. Think harder. I know you can remember something. That feels like leading the witness, no? I, totally can't. Just give up already, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I wonder if I put too much faith in Nini's ability to do anything with that brain. It's no good. Can't find anything wrong. Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. If you don't find some sort of hitch in her statement, he'll end the trial. I know. We have to give it another shot. Doesn't matter how many times we listen, we can't give up. Okay, so it's not... So, press from here. Yep. So it's not in the crime scene. Is it going to the crime scene? I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. No, nothing strange. Okay, so this is all... She answered rather quickly. Now what? Press harder. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important? It's very important. Okay, the fact we're getting more options this time. I ask because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. I don't get why, but okay. I, didn't see anyone on the way to, the channeling chamber. So, press... Try to remember that time. Oh, I remember. I totally didn't see anyone on the way. I guess this really is a dead end. Okay, shit. Something you finally pull out of a witness is never a dead end, Phoenix. It's no good. I can't find anything wrong. And then, okay, so it's not... So it must be in the side room. Because that's the only thing I haven't pressed on. Presumably. Set up. Oh, I did the wrong bit. I need to go back one. I forgot that was added to the end. Alright. Bop. Bop. Sister Calm. Revenge. Whip. Ooh! So I can no longer... Interesting. I've already pressed on it. Present. You. Might be you, because you were out there. Or you not? See if there's anything. Yeah, because she was out playing with the ball at the time of the murder, so it's either present the ball or present Pearl. Let's present Pearl. Well, the music stopped, so I think I've got it. You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. However, that is impossible. What do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Interesting. You have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. The garden. Yep. Which means anyone walking through the area would have to have seen her. So, Miss Miney, what do you have to say to that? Arrgh! Are you Australian? As the court can see, she's a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at that time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous! Ooh, firing back with our objections here. It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. What sort of foolish... There's no way someone walking along the winding way could not have noticed... Oh, that's me. That's not her, that's me. There is no way someone walking along the winding way could not have noticed Pearl... You... Yeah, because it's really narrow. So is it that? That's just the channeling chamber. Nothing there. Nothing there. It's either that or the broken vase. I'm going to start with the diagram. The music didn't stop, so no. You control that finger of yours. True. Okay. Ow. An irresponsible lawyer has no place in this court. I suggest you go home. Oh, it's come down to a blunt go home. Don't overthink this. All you need to do is remember what happened yesterday. There's no way someone walking along the winding way could have not have noticed Pearl. Right before the murder, under... Because she was fucking on the way fixing the fucking vase. This urn is my proof. An old cracked clay pot? What is that going to prove? Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it, that's why. She broke the urn. Yo! Why? Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? This urn was broken around the time the channeling started. Ah! And Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What? Yeah, brains. Get there eventually. Miss Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. Hands on the desk. You are a masterful liar. Arr! Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Is she really sleeping in the side room? There is no way. I'm not sure how yet, but I'll figure it out. Your lies end here. What do you do? What do you? Oh, well, what do you... The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible, because there is clearly a contradiction here. Contradiction? Where is this contradiction? I don't know. Help me, Mia. I may have overreached on this one. Is there really a contradiction somewhere? Don't worry, you're on the right path, Phoenix. It might be a little hard for you to see the contradiction, but it's there. So, just this once. Do you want me to help you out? I'll come back to that. I think I can figure it out, hopefully. Well, it might be hard for me to see, but I can't just accept her help without thinking it through myself first. Ha! That's the spirit. Give it another try. That's right, what is your answer? Okay, look off the pile. The witness says that during the actual murder she was asleep in the side room, and I say that's not possible because there's clearly a contradiction here. This contradiction is in... Let's save it here. And... Can't see it. Her testimony. I don't think I was right. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? How would she know that if she was asleep? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had come to call the police. So, like, what's that, like, have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know that fact? How? I concede that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. Hands on the desk. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. But look at the Manor Guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I ask this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question. She's incompetent. Don't ask a question off of a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you've put it on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? How's your chances? Yeah, the only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Amy Mining. Audio is coming in and out. Interesting. Right. Like me or the game? Also, thanks for the follow. Let's see. Bring it up a wee bit. Bring me up a wee bit. What am I coming in and out? Hold on. I listen to it on the stream, see what I can piece together. Oh, I hear that now. Yeah, what the fuck? Okay. How do I fix that? How do I fix that? Me, yeah. I don't know how to fix that. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? How do I fix this? It's like the video is lagging behind the audio. Right, hold on. OBS. Interesting. How do I fix this? Help if I knew what I was doing. Is it still not right? No, it's still fucking. Do I just need to stop and start again? Maybe. Hold on. Settings. Really help me know what I was doing. That doesn't help. What can I do? It's still fucking. Seems like it is because it's still cutting in and out. Audio. Yeah, it's definitely not right. Don't need to come through my microphone. Might need to stop and start again. See if that helps. It's still being weird, I think. Really where it would help if I knew what I was actually doing. if I knew how much it was off by. Let's see if that has helped. Has that helped any? No, if anything, that's worse. Shit. Is that any better? Let's see. I need to do something that I can sort of very clearly see that what I'm doing and the audio aren't in sync. So let me do one of those. Do something that I can sort of very clearly see that what I'm doing and the audio aren't in sync. So let me do that. Okay, that seems to be fixed. So yeah, I think that's fixed. Fantastic. Either I just needed to wait a minute and let it sort itself out, or I actually did something there. Impossible to know, but we will carry on. Thanks for pointing that out. I would have just kept going regardless, so hooray. Right, back to our regularly scheduled programming. So now is the time to prove it. And there's the sound. So yeah, let me know if now that there's audio coming out of the game if that's also fucked. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. So, where was she? Where was she? It's a very good question. She wasn't in the side room. She wasn't in the winding way. She must have been in the channeling chamber. Yes. Miss Miney was here, of course. What? But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime. Rabble, rabble. Order! 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 That's... Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Eenie Miney was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? Behind the screen. Here, of course. But behind the folding screen. Ah! Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. She did say that. See, you stupid jerk. You're tearing your hat. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slime ball. No, Miss Miney. One so young as you shouldn't be saying, "Shut it, Gramps," as if you know exactly how old I am. I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. The clothing box? I did say that. I think I briefly theorized that this had somehow been left in the... Yes, because when he first went to the side room... Give me a second. The clothing box wasn't there. It was only later when he went back that it was there. Brain. Possibly. Well, hands on the desk, music stopped. Miss Miney, how you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. Ah! That tiny little box? No person could fit in that. We've established that they can. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lotta disproved you when she was hiding from me in it. Still haven't quite figured out if the blue bits he's saying out loud under his breath or just thinking them. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. Or so you think. That's right, I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. She stopped saying like and Mr. Wright? Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yes, I can with some evidence, possibly. And now I present the piece of evidence that will prove. This clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Oh, it's the hole. Is that mentioned here? So do I present the clothing box again, or do I present the screen? I'm going to present the screen. Take a look at this clothing box. Every time I do it makes me fox. I got one in. You're so stupid, as if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. This... What on earth? Oof. I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole! About 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Okay, so I was slightly off. I thought it was the aunt had done the actual murder, but used Eenie Miney basically as like the setup. It seems like it might be the other way around. But I was basically on the ball. Like, I still think Aunt Morgan is involved. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Ah! Order! Order! So, what you said... Okay. Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Miney? That is exactly what I am saying. Miss Eenie Miney, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. What does it matter what size it was? To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No! Stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness! If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do all that by herself. Correct. It's not possible because the aunt was in on it. It really is impossible for one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow. Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait, Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? You can't be serious. Huff, huff. Miss Miney, you had an accomplice. This person. If it wasn't someone from Korean Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Faye household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Faye. Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? Oh, Judge was smitten. What do you have to say about this, Miss Miney? You shot Dr. Gray with your own two hands. Well, with a gun. Unless you can shoot bullets from your hands. Do you deny it? I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with the knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Bang. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. Okay. Because I forgot that, yeah, he was the one that did the shooting, not that he was shot. I was thinking she shot from inside the clothing box. That makes a lot more sense, Phoenix. You got me there. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... well, she shot after, but yeah. That is more plausible as to why the hole was there, not she fired from inside the box, now that I think about it. After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room? Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Click. Miss Miney. She immediately covered her own costume with blood. Click. And pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fey chased us out. Oh. Please, leave this area to me. I mean, I knew she was a wrong one when she did, like, the Undertaker eyes. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Ha! Who is that? Laughing at a time like this? Ah! Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma? Surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is, if this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Huh? Well, that's, yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was going to say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eenie Miney want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Because killed her sister. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. Motive. That's... I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this. Probably the newspaper clipping, or... Oh shit, one of the newspaper clippings. But which one? Is a very good question. And I can't look at them. Okay, well that's about the malpractice. This is specifically about the car accident. Ha! Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright. Oh, just great. Now even she is calling me by my full name. You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes. Well, I thought we got it wrong because the music didn't stop. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm, going to explain, so, please listen, okay? And she's back. It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, wanted revenge, then, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was, Dr. Gray. It was, a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airhead persona. However, you see... Ow! Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated, and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. What happened? I thought I had her for sure. Hee. See, it's just as I, told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie. Very well, I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eenie Miney. Hold it! Your Honour, please allow the defence 1 more minute. All right. You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Mia. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless that... Hold on. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There is a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Miney had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I? Can I really do this? I'm going to say yes and figure it out after. I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive. Haha, too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended, after all. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Aye! Avant Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness, so help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey! Wait a sec! Gavel. To be continued. Right now. Oh no, we just save. We don't need to save that again. Okay, June 22nd, 12:04 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Is it really true? About my aunt? I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Enid could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan. That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt... Everything is going as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I don't know who's speaking. Oh, I probably could have guessed from Mr. Phoenix Wright. Ah, Miss Von Karma! Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. No, he kind of brought it on himself. Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say your own situation. Looking down on me, even though we're the same age. You done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat. But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back. Whatever. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is. Point. 12:10. District Court. Courtroom number 2. Rabble, rabble. Court will now reconvene, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Can you prove Miss Eenie Miney had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. Eenie Miney and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection. And that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Miss Miney, please testify to this court about your car accident last year. Huh? I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive. I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past. Miss Miney, if you please. Okay, I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... Last year's accident. That was, last year in May. Something really bad happened at, my sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. Uh-huh. I was, totally pooped too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because of a jolt and, it was a sea of flames around me. I, opened the door and, got away. I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows, day after day last year. Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister. Roar! Those were merely rumours. Totally baseless gossip. Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Right now, it's impossible to prove that Dr. Gray did in fact drug Miss Miney's sister. Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle. Angle, you say? Cross-examination. Last year's accident. Alright. Didn't some sort of medical malpractice happen at your sister's hospital then? Yeah, that was in May too. The thing with all the patients dying was, May 2nd. And, our accident was, on the 24th. 2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence? My sis was, totally tired, so that's why, duh. Okay. Something really bad happened at the clinic. That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died, correct? Yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was because the medicines, like, got mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister, Mimi Miney? Like, no way. Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis. That incident has nothing to do with our murder here. Besides, the police report has already documented that it was entirely Mimi Miney's fault. Which means, as far as the real facts are concerned, Mimi Miney is the one who made the mistake. But, like, it really wasn't my sis. Totally tired. She was totally tired. You mean exhausted? Like, she had to talk to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a totally terrible situation. It's no wonder, then, that the car accident happened, huh? Press harder. So then, why didn't you ask to switch places? Huh? Like, what are you talking about? I meant switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her. True, true. Ah, but, like, I don't, like, have a driver's license. Yes, you fucking do. This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Miney. Because we have her photo. Or her entire license. Miss Miney, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, anyway. I was, like, totally put to, so I, like, fell asleep in the passenger seat. Is that a point here now? No, okay. Probably comes at the end. So when we press on this... The accident happened at night, correct? Yeah, like, it was at, like, 1 AM or so, I think. I had, like, a paper due, like, really soon. So, like, I hadn't slept and was working, like, real hard. So it was because the two of you were so tired that this accident happened. I woke up because of a jolt and see flames around me. And your sister? What happened to her? I didn't see her. The car was, like, totally black and there was, like, a ton of smoke. I, like, totally had, like, no clue what was going on. Opened the door and, like, got away. Please tell us about your escape in more detail. I, like, kept wanting to forget that time. So, like, I don't remember things about the accident in, like, detail anymore. Well, it's alright. No need to push yourself. I think I, like, gave an interview after the accident. Like, that would probably be the most accurate, you know? If it's that article, then I've already got it. Okay. Like, didn't have my license, so, like, I couldn't take over driving for her. So we're going to press on this first, but we definitely know she has a license. And that's why you were in the passenger seat. Like, yeah. I was, like, at my college's research lab till, like, really late. So my sis was, like, giving me a ride home. I see. Phoenix. Yes? You can't do this. You're being too easy on her. There's got to be some sort of secret sleeping in this testimony. Secret sleeping in this testimony. Yeah. Yes, so let's find that one crushing contradiction and end this. Well, I know what it is. Let me just actually check my evidence first. That's what that is. License photo, yeah. I just wanted to press on it first. Always press first, and then evidence. And pop! Miss Miney! That was a lame lie just now. You're really lame. Like, what do you mean? This. I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Miss Miney? That's right. Yeah, I had, like, a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so. I mean, I would argue that him being a fake, like, pervert doctor probably doesn't help. But we'll go with it anyway. What, are you talking about that perverted fake clinic director? Yes, that perverted fake clinic director. And how did you know he was perverted? Out! No one cares! Witness! When did you receive your driver's license? Like, last November. What? November? The accident happened last May. That's a half-year lapse in time, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What in the... That's what happened? That's what happened, Mr. Wright. At the time of the accident, Miss Miney did not have a driver's license. Ow. Cry and my whip will accommodate. Damn. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers. I'm, like, glad you get it, but, like, even if I had my license, I, like, don't think my sis would have, like, let me drive. Yow! Don't just stand there humming to yourself. Not you too, Mia. With the whip, and the pain, and the ow. Miss Miney, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? Eh? That's because... I think the situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Miney, if you please. Eh? Like, how annoying. Oops, like, sorry, didn't mean to be mean. I wouldn't be allowed. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. She, like, would say things like, no way am I letting a noob drive my car. So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. I see. I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but... Is there something to the fact that she said sports car? Hold on. Can I read this? I can. Cross the wheel. Does not say there anywhere. Last night, two women's car crashed into a highway center divide while the woman was not able to escape. The filming wreckage and died at the site. Ongoing investigation has revealed that the driver had fallen asleep at the wheel. Took the driver to the crash, flames, don't remember anything else. Okay, so no, there's nothing there about the car. I don't know why he said that. Alright, well, let's just press on everything, as is our way. So, what do you mean by really close? Like, I had one of those permit things. I think that's what they're called. Permit? Wow, the big name lawyer boy doesn't even know what a driver's permit is. Well, this lawyer never had a permit. Ah! Ignorance is to be whipped. What is with her? What she said in the last few minutes is utter nonsense. So, like, may I continue? Yeah, I suppose. Sis was like this totally big fan of cars and like really valued them. She valued cars? How much would you say she valued her car? Well, like, she'd flip out at, like, a drop of rain. And, like, she would notice if someone, like, touched the car door with dirty hands. In that case, why bother taking the car out of the garage, ever? Press harder! Why did she take such special care of the car? They're expensive? Oh. How can you say that? It was a brand spanking new car. New car. Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer? I would think the car's getting dirty is just another fact of life, but I guess people who really love cars think otherwise. Phoenix, try asking something of more significance, alright? Well, Miss Miney, what kind of car was it? She had, like, just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. It was a new car. Yeah. She had, like, just gotten it. It was, like, from the UK. That's gonna be interesting. Because driving seats different. Hold on. Let's read this again. Okay, so there's nothing specific there, but that's going to be a thing. The UK? Were those her boyfriend's initials? Oh, we're just ignoring the judge now. And it was a really special model. She'd waited for a whole year for it to arrive. I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. Press harder. I really don't know anything about cars, but I had a feeling this was bound to come up. Your Honor. Yes? Please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony. You mean the part about it being a special import car? Yes. Well, if you like cars that much, then. That's not my point. Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Miss Miney, would you please fix your testimony? Sure, whatever. Okay, so... totally special model from England. I yelled, hold it, pretty forcefully, but I don't actually know what to ask about cars. Ask for the heck of it. So, yes. What am I supposed to pick for a topic? Let's start with this. Why are British cars good? Like, They're expensive, and their driver's seat is opposite to our cars here in the States. It would seem there is no benefit to owning one. Like, This whole steering wheel on the right side thing. It's kind of goofy, isn't it? What do you know? That's sleek shape. Oh, well, bets. Okay, I'm getting all these bets. Forgive me. Her personality really changes at the drop of a hat. It's interesting, isn't it, Phoenix? Bit by bit, we're beginning to see the real contradiction behind this case. She's... meanie. Again, I don't think I mentioned it, but this thought had crossed my mind. That the sister we're talking to isn't the sister we think we're talking to. Brain. So, away am I letting newbie. Was your sister good at driving? She was, like, totally awesome. She, like, said she was going to be the racing queen of the nursing world. Somehow I think she bumped my question off track again. No, she kind of answered it, said she was awesome. That's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night, too. And that was when the accident occurred, correct? Like, yeah. I, like, immediately reached for the passenger side door and fled, like, in a daze. Sounds like you had a terrifying time. There's something very big here. It's going to be hard to break apart such a natural-sounding testimony. But we have to attack it, and by doing so, a flaw will show itself. It has to. Do you really think so? Believe. There is a path. I know it. He almost sounded like a prophet for a second there. Right. What am I missing? Can't read. Oh, I can read this one. No, that's the one I was already reading. Crashing a highway center divide. One of the women was not able to escape the flame wreckage. Died at the site. Ongoing investigation has revealed the driver had fallen asleep at the wheel. Totally tired and dropped off to sleep. Then it was crashed, and like I woke up in a huge fit of flames. I was like still half asleep, but I opened the right door. Okay. And hold on. UK car. Steering on right. Boom. Alright. Got you now. Yep. Yep. Where do I put this, though? Must be at the end. Because yeah, well, she said passenger seat. But in her statement to the newspaper, she said she got out of the right-hand side door. Fucking brain, man. Miss Miney! Do you remember this article? Every time I do, it makes me farticle. Well, he didn't say look at, so I shouldn't have done that. It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honour, which side is the passenger seat? The left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, so of course, because the driver's on the left side. That would be if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car. Opposite? The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. Arr! What do you mean by this? Miss Mining, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat. Arr! Order! Order in the court! Order! 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 Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again. Enid said the person who was driving was her. Enid said the person who was driving was her older sister, Mimi Miney. That is what Enid said, yes, but that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Enid or Mimi, who was really driving that night? Enid. And the answer is Enid Miney, of course. But why would you say that? Miss Enid Miney just said so herself in her testimony. She said that she escaped the car from the right side door, which would have been where the driver's seat was. Ow! I'm inclined to feel sorry for a foolish fool who foolishly spends his time foolishly. At that time, Miss Enid Miney had not yet received her driver's license. And that is why the accident happened. Hold it, Phoenix. Hold it, Phoenix. It looks like you still don't see the real truth behind the accident. I should have said Mimi Miney. Think outside the box. Isn't that what we always say? Alright, one more time. Connect all the dots, we're going to like one answer. Mimi was driving. And you are Mimi. The answer is the one person who had her driver's license. Mimi Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. But you just said the witness, Miss Enid Miney, was the one in the driver's seat. Which leads us to the next question. The next question? Who is the person standing at the witness stand right now? What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness name is... I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is... Profiles below. Mimi Miney deceased. Mimi Miney. That is your real name. Objection. Of all the foolish dribble. Then, how do you explain her appearance? This witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted to the hospital. So, for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture. Facial reconstruction surgery? This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. No! But Mimi Miney, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case. Then, the body they found at the crash site. That was the body of the real Enid Miney. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi Miney? Huh. Alright. That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Enid Miney. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face and was reborn as Enid. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Miney from existence. Okay. Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. What do you mean? What is the meaning of this nonsense? This bit I still haven't quite figured out. Oh! Yes. Because if he had called the spirit... Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Miney. So, Dr. Gray wasn't responsible for the malpractice. It was Mimi. because he genuinely wanted to contact her spirit to get her to confess to the malpractice. Huh. However, that would not have been possible, because Mimi Miney was still, in fact, alive. It's all coming together. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs. Obviously the next part now is going to be proving why, or proving that Morgan was involved. At all costs. And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying? Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. What? Well, Miss von Karma. Ah! Why did you say my name just now? Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right. I admit it. My real name is Meanie Miney. That quack doctor. He got what he deserved in the end. Or maybe he did do the... And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close. But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself? To become your own sister? I think I understand why. Mimi Miney wanted her old self to disappear because of this. The malpractice. That's about the malpractice incident. Dr. Gray was right. Yeah, okay. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Miney. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Miney had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. Like, legitimately? Okay, so she wasn't drugged. The timing couldn't have been worse. 14 patients dying in that incident and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way. She lost everything in the flames of that accident, her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Huh. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination. That jerk. If only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo-jumbo. Mumbo-jumbo? Becoming Emily has been the most horrible experience in the world. Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it. Could you not have just told him that when he came to you? Been like, this is bollocks. Don't bother. I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as, why did Miss Miney choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay. This is preposterous! I'm perfect! Me, Franziska von Karma. I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Miss von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Ow. Ooh. Ah. Ow, ow. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, Jesus. And one more for good measure! That was like 3. It was like a 3-hit combo. Oh, shit. Phoenix! Hang in there, Phoenix! Phoenix! This court is a fraud! A sham! Gavel. Now then. It looks like it will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty. Boom. Release the court confetti. That is all. This court is adjourned. So, like, we're just not penning, like, conspiracy or whatever on Morgan? Well, thank you for the applause. Congratulations, Maya. Sis? Oh, It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis! Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream. You know, sis, in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. A familiar scent? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right. There's still one thing I don't quite get. What's that? What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gregg? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot. I think Mimi Miney had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder. She had a plan down to the smallest detail, huh? Nick! Congrats, Maya. Thanks. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam. Well, you know, but I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, and now my aunt. Hey, Nick, tell me. Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Mimi Miney with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick. Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be? Nick, please, I need an answer. The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... okay, where does this go? I know why, I just don't know... where would it be? Is the answer Pearl? For this, it might be. Pearly? 4 years from now, a new master will be born into Korean Village. And that person will be you, Maya. And? But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then? I was right. I don't remember if I said this, but I think it might have been between the last stream and this stream, I figured, yeah, that bit out. I don't know, something else. I thought that what's probably going to happen at the end here is Maya is going to come back to work with Phoenix, and Pearly will become the master, but we'll see if that happens. The Branch family, my aunt. No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearl's. Ah! Everything was done for her sake. It was all so that Pearls would become the next master. Master. Yeah, I can see that. Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was saying, I thought so. Date and time unknown. Detention center, solitary confinement, Sentinel 13. Ooh, mysterious. My precious Pearl. You are the only one suitable to be the master of Korean, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. This is not the voice I was doing for her earlier, but I don't care. It suits her now. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless, mean family girl. That Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come. Ooh. Episode 2, Reunion and Turnabout. The end. Hooray. A brand new episode has been added. Let's see. Do I want to just call it there? Save progress. And I'll decide. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go for another wee bit. Well, at least start this one. Turnabout Big Top. Part 1 Investigation. Maybe at least see what it's about. Because we'll get that anyway, because that just jumps straight into the next episode. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the show. Prepare to witness a man who has mastered the wonder of flight. Oh no, this is going to end deadly. The Flying Graysons! It's the big Ace Attorney Batman crossover. The world's greatest magician! The one, the only! Maximilian Galactica! Great name. Wow. Look at him go. He sure is flying. Huh. Alright. December 26th, 8:12 p.m. Very big circus entrance. Wow, that was like being in a dream. I haven't even caught my breath yet. That was amazing, wasn't it, Pearly? It was great. There was a dancing bear, and a tiger that jumped through a ring of fire, an elephant that rode a giant ball, not to mention that guy who flew through the air. Yeah, Max Galactica. He was absolutely fabulous, and probably dead. Or soon to be. Huh? What? Max? Max Galactica, the world's greatest magician. A magic-ician? No, a magician. Mr. Nick? Huh? What is it, Pearls? Does magic have anything to do with channeling spirits? I don't think it has anything to do with channeling. You don't know about magic, do you, Pearls? I'm sorry. Oh yeah, she's like spent her whole life in a psychic village. I braved the winter cold and took Pearls to see the circus. It's been 6 months since that terrible incident in Korean village. And it was during that trying time that I met Pearls. Thankfully, she seems to be recovering from it and is returning to her normal self. Ah, it's time to go. You're right. We can't miss the last train. Pearls, you remembered the train? Of course I did. But I don't really understand what everyone means by express train. Well, Nick, see you later. I'll come by to help clean the office. It's got to be spotless for the new year. Don't worry about it, really. You are going to visit Mr. Nick on New Year's? Maybe. I am glad you will get to spend your New Year's with your special someone. Pearly, look, it's time to go. Happy New Year, Mr. Nick. Happy New Year. I really hope it will turn out that way. Probably not. Probably not, Phoenix. Probably not. December 28th, 9:12 a.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Well, today wraps it up for this year. I hope I can finish cleaning this place up in one day. Beep. Hello? This is the Wright & Co. Law Office. Nick! It's terrible! Ah, Maya, perfect timing. Things are terrible here too. Huh? The office is a terrible mess, and I have to clean it up. What are you talking about? My dirty office? What are you talking about? Listen, Nick, you have to turn on the TV. The TV? Now, let's check in at the scene. Huh? What happened? What happened? Thank you. We're here at the Very Big Circus. The Very Big Circus has become the centre of a sensational murder. Who would have fucking guessed? The scene has created quite a stir among the throngs of excited onlookers. The Very Big Circus. That's the circus we went to, right? They're saying that there was a murder. Yeah, they arrested him too. It's the magician. I thought he might have died, but I'm guessing they've arrested the magician. Arrested who? Max! Yeah. They arrested Max Galactica. Maximilian Galactica. Fans call him Max. A popular magician who can fly through the sky at will. Maya said she was a huge fan of Max. Alright, Nick, I'll see you in 2 hours at the detention center. Huh? What? See you there. You still got plenty of time to clean up your office later. What? Beep. Let's have a look around her office first. Charlie, a quite decorative plant. I wouldn't mind his help cleaning this place up. He's a plant, Phoenix. A poster of the newest member of the Steel Samurai universe. Maya went out and bought it right away. She's a sucker for all things Steel Samurai. I hear they're even giving the new guy his own movie. I just know Maya's going to drag me out to see it with her. My desk. Since I don't have time to sit, it's unusually clean. Difficult-looking legal books stand in a formidable row. They mock me. I wouldn't mind dumping some of these off at the used bookstore, but that might not be such a good idea. And I think that just leaves the window. There's a giant building just outside the window. It's the Gatewater Hotel, a high-class luxury hotel. Until recently, it had been a normal business-class hotel. And it's now like a murder hotel, because a murder happened in the murder hotel. From what I remember. To the detention center. December 28th, 11:19 AM, detention center visitors room. What are they talking about? Why did they arrest Max? You're asking the wrong man, that one, Maya. Maybe he used his magical skills to deal death with a sleight of hand. Maximilian Galactica would never do such a thing. Fabulous. I don't know why I've decided he's camp, but he's camp. What that... Oh, probably the last time I do it, unless he says fabulous again in capitals. What that young lady just said was absolutely fabulous. What a clever girl. Such a fabulous understanding of events. What's with all this fabulous talk? Welcome to the visitors' room. It's Max. Nick, look. It's the real Maximilian Galactica. Alright, sweetie. Pick a card, any card. He called me sweetie. Swoon. Nick! Ha ha ha! Time's running out, sweetie. Pick a card. Any card. This one. I thought you would pick that one, sweetie. The Ace of Hearts. Ah, he got it! He got it! Nick, look! He got it! What can I say, sweetie? You've stolen one of my most valued possessions. One of Maximilian Galactica's hearts! I like him already. I hope he didn't do it. Max. Swoon. Well, time to make this an absolutely fabulous time. Max, you should let Nick pick a card. I don't want to steal one of his hearts. And you are... Oh, how silly of me. You must be Sweetie's driver. Her driver? Whatever. Hurry up and pick a card. Any card. I want this one. So, sweetie, let's be honest here. You came to this visitor's room to visit me, didn't you? Yes, I'm your biggest fan. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much. Hey, what about my card? Think of it as a souvenir. Well, Nick, I think it's time to get to work. What's the matter, Nick? Why are you looking at the ceiling? I was just thinking about what I should have for lunch. Sweetie, drop Porcupine Head over there. Drop Porcupine Head over there. Shower me with your attention, okay? Oh, yes! Absolutely fabulous! Absolutely cringe-inducing. Alright, let's do the old examine. Smile, you're on candid camera. Max keeps sneaking glances up at the security camera on the wall. I wonder if he's still trying to be a star. Probably. This guard monitors the visitors' room. He's so quiet you could forget he was even there, if he wasn't watching it. He's pushed up against the wall, kind of like a magnet on a refrigerator. Interesting. Alright. Max Galactica. Max, I was hoping you could tell me a little bit more about yourself. Fabulous! I think we should get to know each other better too. Why don't you come sit next to me? There's a big piece of security glass between us. Oh, sweet Jeeves, what in the world? If only I could use magic, then I could make this wall disappear. What is this guy talking about? Anyways, lately you've become awfully... Oh, this is Phoenix song. Anyways, lately you've become awfully famous, haven't you, Max? That's Maximilian to you, Porcupine Head. Get it straight. Jeez, people nowadays. They get their panties all in a bunch over nothing. Anyway, Maximilian, you won a very prestigious award recently, did you not? I did indeed. It was fabulous. I won the Magicians Grand Prix, held by the Association of International Magicians, or AIM. It's an award that recognizes that I am the most fabuloso of fabulous world magicians. There was a trophy and a bust. It was it was an amazing day. Wow, that's incredible. Isn't it? I'm certifiably the greatest magician in the world. I'm gonna guess he didn't win a trophy for most modest magician. Very Big Circus. You're signed to an exclusive contract with the Very Big Circus, correct? That's the long and short of it. You sure do your research, sweetie. I'm impressed. You just can't watch a magician on TV, you know. Magic is so fabulous, you have to see it with your own eyes, sweetie. You're right. You're so right. However, the circus, it's a dinosaur, a thing of the past. Nowadays, no one even cares about what goes on there. Except for the murder. Huh? What do you mean? That's why I signed the contract. That's why you signed the contract? Thanks to me, the Very Big Circus is fabulously popular. People come out in droves to catch a glimpse of the magic of Max Galactica. I revived the dinosaur that is the circus. But to me, it was just another magic trick. Isn't that just wonderful, sweetie? Yes. I made all the old crusty circus performances obsolete. But I kind of like the circus performances. Well, it looks a bit down. What happened? Tell me what happened at the Very Big Circus. Ah, last night, the ringmaster was murdered. Not Steve Austin! The ringmaster? You mean Russell Berry? Someone smashed him over the head, I hear. He was slumped over on the ground. Even though it was the middle of the night, the police presence was fabulous. The police questioned me at length. Questioned you about what? Probably the murder feelings. About everything. I was the last one to see the ringmaster before he was murdered. I saw him last evening, in his room. Ooh. So then why were you arrested? Arrested? Don't make an anthill into a mountain, sweetie. They just wanted to consult with me on matter. They just wanted to consult with me on matters. That's all. Nick, I don't think Max understands how serious this is. She's right. I think I should knock him back to reality. Before the murder, you met with the ringmaster? Uh-huh. What did you talk about? Things that aren't for your ears. Maya, would you please ask him? What did you talk about with the ringmaster, Max? It was nothing. Small talk, really. We were just having a chat about my salary. Salary? I am the one bringing in the crowds. I think that I should be compensated as such. You agree, don't you? Yes. That's all you talked about? Of course! It was a fabulous chat! The fuck? Oh yeah, the psychic locks. Just fabulous. I mean, now he's got me saying it. What's the matter, Nick? You look all bent out of shape. It's because he's put up psychic locks. Or did I just... When you make absolutely fabulous magic, it costs enormous sums of money. Sums that will boggle your mind. That's why you went to his room that night? I went to ask him for a fabulous raise. Wonder how people can lie with such a straight face. Oh, it's present. That's how we start this. Look at his jacket. Meeting with Russell. Last night, you met with the ringmaster, correct? To negotiate your salary and such. Exactly. We reached an agreement about the salary for my 6-month-old contract. That's the truth? The whole truth? And nothing but the truth? What do you mean? You just went to his office to negotiate your new salary. I hate lies, and I hate liars even more. What are you insinuating? Do you have any proof that I did something other than negotiate my fee last night? No. So this might be a need to come back to. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. That's fair. Alright, so... we can't go to the circus. Can't examine. Let's go to the circus. Or not, to the offices. Nope, there's nothing here either. Interesting. This is all the same. Off I show my badge. What is that badge? Is it used in a disappearing act? I'm not a magician, Max. I'm an attorney. An attorney? Then why are you wasting your time talking to me? He isn't wasting his time, Max. You're... Okay, relax, sweetie. You're just a little over-anxious, I think. Whimper. Anyways, I've been curious about something for a while now. What's that? Why do you keep looking at me with such a sad look on your face, sweetie? Because you've been arrested for murder. Oh, don't be ignorant. They wouldn't arrest someone like me. Why's that? Obviously, because I'm the fabulous Maximilian Galactica. So, I'm the very big star of the very big circus. And that means I can't commit crimes. I'm rich. I'm paid fabulous sums. Which means what? Max. Quit joking around. You've got to be pulling my magic wand. I will do no such thing, sir. That's... no. No. The police aren't really serious about all this, are they? They don't arrest people as a joke. You guys. I think that's the first time I actually initiated a conversation by showing my lawyer badge. Look at Max. He's crushed. Well, he needed to wake up and smell the coffee. This is serious business. Yes? Porku... Oh, because he was going to come from my head. I mean, sir, you're a lawyer, right? Huh? Oh, yeah. I'm an attorney. Please, help me! I didn't kill anybody! No, he said didn't kill anybody, I'm pretty sure. You said didn't kill nobody. Didn't kill nobody? I may be more spoiled than a hog in a hamburger mud pit, but a killer? That's insane. I could never. Max? I swear! I just wanted to pay off my daddy's debt. He's back on the farm. Ah, okay, I got you now. Okay, I'll take your case. Really? Really? Thank you much. Y'all sure are nice folks. Max? Yes? What's your real name? Of course it is. It's Billy Bob Johns. What's the matter, Maya? He's really just a country bumpkin? Lock him up. Lock him away. Throw away the key. I must apologize for not being my absolutely fabulous self just now, sweetie. Huh? Mr. Attorney. Yes? A few minutes ago, you took one of my cards, didn't you? Now that he mentions it, I did take a card. It was the 10 of hearts, right? What? How'd he got it right again? What can I say? You too. You've stolen some of my most valued possessions. 10 of Maximilian Galactica's hearts. Sure do you have a lot of hearts, don't you? Ah ha ha ha! I'm putting my faith in you, sweetie. He didn't just call me sweetie, did he? Alright, let's make this an absolutely fabulous case. Come on, Nick. Alright. We will not go to the circus. I think that's a good little point to leave it on, so we'll just go to the offices. Oh, but the dialogue here anyway. Raincoat offices. Alright, we've got lots of things we have to look into. No time for slacking. Let's get going. Okay. What's the matter? You seem down. Maximilian Galactica. Who would have guessed he was country bumpkin? Indeed. Alright, so yeah, we'll save there. And we will continue with Turnabout Big Top next time. And assuming it's as many episodes as the first Phoenix Wright is Attorney, we're sort of about halfway. That's fun. But yeah, title screen. So that is where we will leave off for tonight. That has been part 11 of Phoenix Wright is Attorney Trilogy, specifically Phoenix Wright Justice for All. We have finished up episode 2. I have forgotten the name of it. Presumably Turnabout something, because they're always turnabout something. Hold on, let me check. Just because it's... I think Gallery might have it. No, it's scene career. I don't know. I'm sure it's something more. Whatever it was, we have finished episode 2. We've solved the case. Maya is innocent. I guess off screen, Morgan was arrested and convicted, presumably for conspiracy to commit murder, something along those lines. And Von Karma got hers, so hell yeah. So we've begun Turnabout Big Top. A world famous magician has been arrested for the murder of the circus ringmaster. I'm guessing the whole he put the other acts out of work is probably going to be the case that he was framed by like a disgruntled clown or a dancing bear, something along those lines. It'll not have been him because he's our client and it's never our client. But yeah, so we'll pick this back up next week. In the meantime, I will be back tomorrow evening with, because I never remember these things off the top of my head, some Death Stranding. We'll continue a bit more Death Stranding. Then Saturday we will have some Planet Coaster 2, Sunday Outer Worlds 2, and then we'll do it all again next week. So yeah, so thanks for watching. Is that Brown M? Brown M, thanks for the follow and for pointing out my sound issues. Glad we got that fixed. But yeah, so thanks again. Catch you next time. Cheers and goodbye.